Okay, this is a 2017 Polaris Ranger XP HVAC. I'm going to attempt to replace the torn CV boot. I have never done one before, but we're gonna learn. So the first thing I'm gonna do is remove this nut and remove the caliper. All right, so let's take the caliper off first. We'll just go ahead and let the caliper hang. Now, we'll take this nut off. First thing we gotta do is remove this cotter pin. Appears to be. Next, we'll remove the nut. Easy peasy. Make sure that the axle's loose in the hub. Wow. Then go ahead and slide the hub off. Next, we're going to remove this bolt. I already took the time to break it loose. And pull that down. When you have it apart, check this pin. See how dry it is? I'll put some grease on it before I put it back together. Okay, I removed this clamp from the inner part of the boot. I split the boot with a knife so I could remove it. Now, I have to separate the end from the axle. First thing I want to do is clean some grease off so I can see. I'm going to gently strike the inner race with a hammer here, right here, and hope it pops off. Striking it, the end came off. So now I have to remove this clamp, the rest of the boot, clean it up, put the new boot on. I got it from Rocky Mountain ATV. It's a Tusk boot kit. So first thing we gotta do is put the clamp on the inner, slide the new boot into position. Into position, put the clamp on, and then you have to clamp it with the tool. Compressed and tight. Then you can pack the grease and new grease into the joint. Put the grease in the hole in the middle, then push it down with your finger. And you'll see it come out around the outside. Then you know the joint is full. After you have the joint packed, put the leftover grease inside the boot. Then put the joint back onto the axle. You'll feel the splines line up. When they do, then gently tap the end of the axle with a hammer until it snaps into position. Go ahead and crimp it down with the tool. Now I'm going to grease this. Grease the inside of the bearing, and reassemble it. Back in place, torque this down to factory specs, then reinstall a cotter pin. Then reinstall the caliper.